Dishing up my lunch. I want to do like a small podcast today in my lunchtime. Maybe like 15 minutes if I can. Not too sure. Dishing up here. So it looks like. Let me put some light on so you can see. Yeah, it's mixed vegetables. There's some Goya in there. Chopped up like a diced up fish fingers, which has protein in it. So I think this should be enough, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'll come down for a second helping. Or maybe not. I have to edit all of this. Okay. I'll eat with the. I need to get. What else do I need to get? Okay, I got my drink upstairs. Okay, right. Oh, you can do that too. I didn't know you could actually just press the microphone button here and then it'll automatically record. That's crazy. I need to figure out how to do the sound isolation. Anyway, guys, it's my lunchtime. I'm having lunch a bit early. Once again, it's extremely hot. As usual, the summer is killing me. It's killing us softly with it. Anyway, what can I talk about today? Today I want to talk about what can I talk about today? Today I want to talk about creativity. Like the reason why some people don't do well when it comes to like content creation, or maybe the reason why people don't do well is because they do what other people are doing. So if you choose something that everybody else is doing, then there's going to be a lot of competition for you because everybody else is doing it. So you're just one of those people that's doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. So that's why it starts to become so difficult for you to actually get a foot in the door, because everybody else is doing the same thing. The same with content creators. If everybody is creating the same content and no one is actually being original, then you're not going to get that exposure that you actually want, because they'll choose the best out of those thousands and thousands of people that's doing that. So like, for example, if you're still young, let's say you're in your late 20s, if you decide you want to do something and you see that everybody else is doing that, then you know it's an uphill battle for you. It's going to be an uphill battle. Like I had a few friends that they partied and they drank a lot, then they got hooked on drugs, and then while they were coming down from all the drugs and they lost valuable time, they lost friends, family members, they lost a lot of opportunities because of the drugs. It's not because they were like born stupid or their lack of education and that kind of thing. I think it's purely because, okay, they made mistakes, right? But then after that, when they stopped taking the drugs, the biggest mistake they made was to choose a career path that everybody else was doing. So they instantly had to climb up a mountain just to get to a certain point. Now remember, the drugs made them lose like 10, 15 years of their life. So for them to choose a career or a path that everybody else is doing and is already well established in that path, it's going to take them another 30 to 50 years to get to the point where those people became professionals. So I think the youngsters today, the reason why they're not successful is because everybody is choosing the same career paths. Everybody's doing the same thing. No one is actually trying to be unique and do something different. So that's why you're having this unemployment, you're having all these fights, you're having all this aggression, you're having the kids that they want to try drugs out, but then they get hooked onto drugs, and then they lose like 15 to 30 years of their life. And in that 15 to 30 years of their life, they lose out on serious opportunities for them to do stuff. Like once you take drugs, you can forget about traveling. You can forget about having a stable relationship. You can forget about having stable income. You can forget about a lot of things. You can even forget about meditation and being spiritually, involved. So at the end of the day, drugs and making the wrong decisions in life, it ruins half of your life actually. In some cases, it ruins your entire life if you don't like end up dying through taking the drugs. Yeah. And I know a lot of people, even family members and friends, that there's a famous saying, they were chasing after the dragon, chasing after the dragon, and then they couldn't catch up with the dragon because they were chasing after a delusion. It doesn't really exist, but they think it exists, so they chased after it. And that's what's happening today in society. People don't want to admit that they have psychological problems, they have issues with their mental capacity, but they don't want to admit it. They don't want to look for professional help. They would just continue in that struggle, but not realizing that they actually need psychological help. They need like something to guide them on the right path. But the thing is, even if you get those guidance, you get the right guidance, right? And if you don't take it and you don't use it, then you're never going to benefit from it, even though somebody gave you those guidance. And yeah, I think I tried with my own family members to give them the answers, the guidance, and they didn't listen. And up till today, they're still struggling. If they only listened, they would have been way far ahead of time. Even some of my friends. I don't think everybody is successful in life. Like some people still trying to become successful, right? And like when you live in Asia, there's always this struggle to strive to be successful because everything is so competitive. Like it's overcrowded with people. There's millions of people. But in some countries, there's hardly any people there. So in that case, it could be easier for you to get yourself established, like in smaller communities. And for me, I think it's better for you to start off in a small community. And then once you establish yourself in a small community, then you work yourself, you branch out, like you start expanding into other communities. And that's how you can actually, be more successful. That's what I think. Yeah. I think that's something that I can talk about. So what would this podcast be? Motivation? Maybe. Yeah. I'm just trying to get back into the cycle of uploading small mini podcasts, like 10 minutes, 8 minutes, 5 minutes, and then eventually get to the point where I'll upload like a 30-minute to an hour long podcast. And just constantly being in the motion, the creative motion, and the whole process of actually brainstorming with yourself. But at the same time, while you're brainstorming with yourself, you're actually giving of some information to people and giving some people some kind of inspiration and some kind of motivation to like get out of that box that they are, that mental block that you have sometimes. But the reason why you're in that mental block is because you're too busy looking at other people, and you're too busy trying to be like other people, when you should actually be trying to understand yourself, who you are as a person, and what are your actual gifts that you actually truly have. Like, did you ever stop and spend time and think about, hey, what gift do I have? What am I good at? Did you ever like really think about that? Or you just rushing to do what other people are doing, and at the same time you're just failing to be successful because you're too busy running after these wild fantasies. And it's like a old story that goes around, don't chase after wild fantasies. If you start off with the basic, and most of the time the basic skills is what we've been blessed with. Like, for example, some people are good at woodwork. They like just born naturally, they're just good at carving and doing woodwork, and they can even build a house with the wood. And then you get some people that's really good at concrete. Like, these guys are experts at concrete. They know how to pour the right amount of concrete, and it's it. And then you get somebody who's a master at bricklaying. You like lay bricks quickly. Then you get people that's good at engines, car engines, and a lot of other stuff, right? And they're good at that. And then you get somebody that's good at spraying a car. Now that's like it's a gift that you get. You can practice how to become a good spray painter, but then you get some people that's naturally good at spray painting, right? So that's their gift that they've been born with. It's some kind of skill that they have, and that's why they're so successful. So I think you should look at your natural born skill that you actually have, right? And you should look at yourself, and you shouldn't look outside, you should look inside of yourself, like what you actually good at doing. That's the advice that I can give for today. Yeah, I think so. How many minutes is it? 12 minutes, 11 minutes. Okay, cool. FDW. Follow and subscribe. Watch me on YouTube, where I DJ and play music for fun. And yeah, let's do this.